And we are back again. My name is Kendrick Allen, here with my wife, Miss Alicia Allen. And we will be doing these kind of daily talks about relationships, being married, and different subjects that I guess all couples will have, or potential people to be in a relationship will possibly have.
Right.
So, before we do anything or say anything, like, comment, subscribe, share. Always like, comment, subscribe, and share. And we're going to get right into it.
What are we talking about today, babe?
We're going to talk about submissive. Submitting. What does that look like? I know a lot of people say submit and they just think submit. People fighting or wrestling or tussling, and someone is tapping out. Someone is submitting to the other person. I think when the word submit gets put out there, that's usually the image it has. But when you're talking about relationships, it's one person being up here and another person being not all the way down here, but maybe probably right. Somebody being up here and somebody down here. And so for me, I guess I'll start here. For me, submitting doesn't look like one person is over the other one. Okay. Submitting to me looks like someone is the head, someone is the leader, and not necessarily the other person follows.
You mentioned that submitting to you looks like somebody giving in, a wrestling match or something like that. That, for me, that's not what submitting means in a relationship. And I guess that's what we're talking about. So for me, submitting means that you're allowing someone to take the lead on a particular subject, be female or male, because I don't believe that a woman should always submit to a male if they don't have the best idea or the way to go about doing something, and a male should always submit to a woman. And especially when you're in a relationship and you're married, you are one. When you're married, you're one. And, you're supposed to be operating as one. So for the best thing that it'll be for the home or for whatever it is you have going on, the person that can headline that particular issue, be it finances, person, a home, silly stuff or small stuff, cooking, cleaning, who's the best at doing that? You know, just small things like that.
When you read the Bible, you'll say, we all heard that scripture, wives, submit to your husband. And people who follow God in the church, like, I can do a lot of things, but I'm not going to let no man run me. And so I think that's what people, when the word is put out there, that's what people think of. They get a feeling of, I'm going to have to suppress
my feelings,
my ideas, my wants, my needs, my everything in order to make this relationship work in God. Well, that's not the case at all, okay? Submission is order. First, the head of the household, God. God is the head of the household. Next, according to the scripture, wives, submit to your husband. The man is the head of the household under God. And then the woman. Now, that is not a pecking order. That is not a poll. You have to do what I do. You have to go follow my lead because I'm the man.
Even if I lead you to hell, go ahead and follow me because I'm the man. And that's not it. Is that the man is to carry out that particular duty. He's responsible for his entire household. So a lot of people, like you said, babe, I'm not going to be listening to no man. Well, did you pick well? Because if you're not going to listen to someone, you didn't pick well. You didn't pick the right person to be with if you don't trust them to lead you. You don't trust them to guide you, and they have your best interest at heart. If you pick the right person, you don't mind falling back and saying, "Oh, okay, babe, yeah, you got this. Yeah, that sounds good to me." Because if you pick correctly, he's gonna discuss it with you, or she's gonna discuss it with you prior to carrying anything out. So you're really submitting to each other, even though the scripture does say that, because God made it that the man is the head of the household. I mean, I can't do nothing about that. I can't change the word. It's just what it is.
And what, like she said, what does submission look like?
Right.
What does it look like? Let's go with the husband.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with the person who's supposed to be over. Mm-hmm. If we're gonna, this how we're focusing on this level here. The person who's over it. This is the person, and the wife is the one doing the submitting. What does he look like? Mm-hmm. How is he treating her? Mm-hmm. How is he talking to her? Mm-hmm. And I'll put it this way. A really, 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 really good man, mm-hmm. if it even is to the point where people don't go deep into it, mm-hmm. and just say, wife, submit to your man. If you got a really, really, really good man, nobody wants to mind submitting to him, okay? It's just like you working with a boss at work. You know this person a fool. You know this person. This person is
don't have a clue what they know.
Don't have. You smarter than them. you know you are, and you dread coming into work all the time. I'm like, this is the person who over me. Really? Where did I go wrong? I got to get out of here. And then let's switch the flip. You got a nice boss. He giving you raises. He giving you bonus. Or she giving you raises, giving you bonus. She telling you good job. Right now,
yeah, you got to remember, it's a lot of women in power. A lot of women in power now.
So, and you go to work, you like, they say, could you do this for me? It's something you don't even want to do. Yeah, I can do it for you.
I don't even mind.
Of course I could do it for you.
I do it for you because you treat me like I ain't no fool. You don't talk to me all crazy. You don't talk all over me. You don't fuss and cuss all the time. At that point, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I don't want to, but I'm gonna do it for you.
That's what a really good leader does. A really good leader makes it easy for the person to follow.
Yeah, I agree with that.
A really good leader makes it easy for a person to follow. And how can two walk together except they first agree? I did not get married to my wife to have her walk 2 feet behind me.
They're not. No.
We are co-equals in this family.
Absolutely.
We are co-equals in this family. The submission part is how we as Christians and believers in God, mm-hmm. how we choose to run our household. And it's not, believe you me, I do not have the last word on a lot of things. I do not have the last word on a lot of things.
I always tell people, I say a lot, behind every great man, there's a better woman. You best to believe that he's running stuff by her baby. What you think? I think you should do this, do that. Write that down, do this. I promise you, I can use Michelle and Barack Obama. You think Barack is up there doing it? No, that's Michelle, baby. That's Michelle. That's Michelle doing all that. But I don't know why it's so hard for a lot of women to submit or not listen. And I guess it kind of goes back to, some of the stuff that we talked about yesterday. We are so strong and we're forced to be so strong in certain situations, but because we don't have male figures, because some women just can't trust them. Some women just cannot trust a male figure because they don't have a good role model. They've never seen a man treat a woman like she's supposed to be treated. They've never seen a woman submit to a man, and he's to be trusted and take care of her, and he's taking care of business. business, point blank, period. And I was telling my husband, we were having another conversation that kind of goes along with this. He's like, why women feel like they have to be so strong? Why women are supposed to be soft? You're a woman. Why you got to be so strong? I try to relate to him that, we have to do everything in some instances, in certain situations. There's a lot of women that, they're single mothers and they don't have a male figure in their children's life. So they have to be the breadwinner. They have to be the mother. They have to be the cook. They have to put the kids to bed. They have to earn. It's a lot. So they are forced to be strong. But it goes back to what I said earlier. Did you pick correctly? Stop rushing into these relationships and then you're forced to be hard. And then when you do get in a relationship with somebody, a good man that you cannot recognize, you don't want to submit because you've been so strong and you've had all the control for so long. I don't want to be hard. I don't want to be the man. I don't want to make every decision. That stuff is tough.
and it goes back to what she was saying. Submission is allowing someone else to lead. Mm-hmm. When you get a job, you allow them to be your boss.
You signed up for that.
You signed up for it.
You signed up
You
for
could have
that.
turned it down. You can walk away anytime you want to, but you allow them to be your boss. It's not slavery anymore. That's over with. You allow them to be your boss. They sign up for something and you sign up for something.
And guess what? The deal is you get a check. That's the deal.
The deal is you get a check.
That's the deal.
And going back to submission, and we use this as it's not a biblical term, but when you say submit to another person, it's a biblical term because everyone knows we're referring to the Bible scripture, wives submit unto your husband. Mm-hmm. And, but goes back into how can two walk together except they first agree. Mm-hmm. We both agree on the Bible, period. Right. We both agree on the Bible, period. That's the foundation. That's how we live our lives. That's how we go about how we raise our children.
Now, that doesn't go to say that that's what you got to believe in. That's our foundation.
There you go.
So you figure out what works for you, and if the Bible don't work for you, don't be offended. Don't be offended. This what works for us. We're not telling you what to do. We just talking about us. Okay, baby. I'm sorry.
That's right. And let's put it this way. Let's take the Bible out of it. There has to be structure in a home. Mm-hmm. A house divided against itself won't stand. Mm-hmm. You can have two leaders. Mm-hmm. You can have two leaders. Mm-hmm. At some point in time in that whole union, somebody has to have the last word because you both ain't gonna agree on everything. Mm-hmm. And what does the last word look like? Is the last word you make more money, so you got the last word? Mm-hmm. Is the last word you the man, so you automatically get the last word? Mm-hmm. What does the last word look like? And so in our union of believing in God, we just go use the word submission as the order of how we want our house ran. And this has nothing to do, again, with how one is being treated over the other. My wife, believe you me, is not serving me on a silver platter every day. She's not, you sit down, you eat first, we'll come back behind you and clean up or anything like that.
We have, we work very well together. It's like, we just work very well together. When I was working, and I worked long hours, I didn't have to come home and cook and figure out what were we going to eat. Food was ready. All I had to do was eat. I cleaned up because he cooked, and he get to sit down. Now, since I'm at home and he's working, most of the time when he come home, dinner is ready. House is clean. And he get to sit down and eat. he clean up. That's just the way we work. You know, we're raising a child. We don't want to live a life in chaos, and we used to be children. I know how it look. I don't know if you know. I know how chaos could possibly look, and it puts a strain on a child, and their only job, our child only job is to be happy. That's her only job. I don't want her worrying about why in the world is mom and daddy arguing and fighting. I'm trying to go to sleep. I'm tired. Then she become a stressed child. That's just not what we would like to do.
And as the man of the household, whether you're the woman of the household, man of the household, whatever of the household, but as the man of the household, or for the sake of this conversation, as the one having someone submit to me, I have to be a good leader, and I have to ask the question as a leader: where are we going?
Right. Are we going in circles?
Yeah, are we going in circles?
Are we not elevating and getting better?
What I married my wife. I married as a man found a wife, he found a good thing. I found her. I married my wife. I didn't just marry her for her good looks. That was about 85% down. But I married my wife, and she has a brain, she has an opinion, she's smart, and I have to ask this: what does she bring to me? And as the person, while we're dating, to be the potential leader of our family,
right,
what value does she bring to the table?
And because I apologize.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. And that's another thing people don't understand. And I can only give a female point of view, because I used to be around a lot of ladies, and a lot of ladies that weren't married, and a lot of I would just simply say that if you are in a relationship with someone and you're not better, they don't want to make you better, they don't want to make you be better, they don't bring anything to the table. I'm not talking about financial. It could be anything. Just another point of view. Somebody want to make you go to school. Somebody want to make you get a better job. Somebody see something in you that you don't see in yourself. And that frustrates me. There's no reason why, as a woman, when you're in a relationship, you should be brought down. Or a man, because women bring men down. I don't want to say that they don't. The person that you're with should make you want to submit, make you want to elevate yourself and do better, and y'all grow together. That was my 2 little cents.
No, that's fine. And this is going, I know I'm being repetitious, repetitive, but it goes back to structure. It goes back to structure, to structure, to structure. If everybody knows what their quote unquote roles are, in whatever, and they're allowed the freedom to have access to their own mind and have access to their own thought within their role, they can flourish.
Absolutely.
We are not putting her in the role of wife, and we're not taking over her mind.
Don't think I'm just at home cooking and cleaning and watching the baby, and he come home, take off your shoes and put on your slippers. No, sir. No, sir, no, ma'am.
And she has the role of wife, but she still has her own mind.
Exactly.
She still has her
own I was
own
Alicia
thought.
First before I was Mrs. Allen or mom, or wife, anything like that. Our roles at some point in time interchange. I'm not just taking care of our kid. I'm not just the only one cooking. He's doing that as well. And we don't have to have a conversation about it. It's just we see what needs to be done in our household and our family. And one of us is going to get it done. Exactly. Point blank, period. We're together and we love each other. And it's just a blessing that we found each other when we were older. And we were willing to have those hard conversations of what we wanted our life to look like if we got together. And, him letting me know, we're not getting married to get divorced. Me getting deeper into my word and knowing that he's not just a man. He's my husband. He's someone I need to value and listen to and allow him to lead me.
Thank you.
Now, sometimes he might be off course and I say, baby, what about this? What about that? And he said, I didn't think about it that way. Okay, all right.
And this isn't every single day now. This isn't she's holding her tongue to wait for an opening so she can talk to me. It's not like that at all. No. There is a very, very much so a complete open dialogue between us. And but like she said, where are we going as a family?
What are we doing?
What are we doing as a family? Are we going in the right direction as a family? How do we see ourselves? How do you see us looking? Are we going to be doing this? Are we doing it? How's it going to work out? And you have to be a good person, a good man, a good leader. Say, what do you think about this?
And you also have to be a good woman, a good wife. You have to be willing to allow him to lean, to listen. And that's it's hard. And I can only give it from a woman point of view. Sometimes it's hard for us to listen to someone else's opinion and allow them to lead, especially when you've been doing it by yourself for so long. You're like, I don't need you to lead me. I've been doing this. I'm good. I've been, hey, I ain't died yet. I don't need you to lead me. I don't need your advice.
I've been told it quite a few times in my life.
But you have to, as a woman, you gotta pull back. You gotta release the reins. If you have a good man and you want him to stick around and flourish as a man, like I said last time, a male, you're gonna have to pull back. You're gonna have to pull back, and you're gonna have to get in your role and allow him to lead, because a lot of men don't know how to lead. A lot of men they don't know how to lead. They're depending on the woman to go out there and get the money, figure out where we're going to live, what the light bill say, and this and that. So if you have that, value it. Because I'm telling you, it's not a lot of it out there.
It's not. And leading, like you said, a lot of don't have the money and things like that. What does that look like if the woman is the breadwinner? What does that look like if you're going by our rules, how we live our life, like we said about the Bible? If the woman turns out to be the doctor or the lawyer or the face of the family, whatever you want to put it as, can she still be submissive to a man like that makes significantly less than her? I know a lot of people think when you're a leader, okay, you got to do everything. You doing all this, and once again, it's structure of how things are going, how we want to go, and I would say that it's very much so a possibility. If you see a lot of that more and more now. Of the women being breadwinners.
I told you, women are in power, baby. We taking over the world, Craig.
But if that is the case, the main thing is you have to talk to your partner. How we're going to do this? Who's going to have the last word on this? And how can we coexist within this partnership in order to bring us forward continuously now and into the future? And so that pretty much sums up what
we were going to talk about today. So go ahead, like, comment, subscribe if you have any issues or things you want us to talk about, any topics, list them down below. And like my friend Tab said, have a good day and don't you dare go mess up anybody else's.